everyone, and welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast where we three gamers discuss video game stories in detail with all the necessary and appropriate backlash. On one side of the table, we have Chump Slap.
Here's the thing. I'm not going to go past second with this old guy, but if I have to, I will.
And on the other side of the table is Dr. Syintist.
Hey, what? You boneheads are gonna come and harass me again? I got 3,000 phone lines grounded here. I got about 8 million miles of cable I gotta check. You gonna come here and shake my monkey tree again?
Nice.
Excellent. And, my name is Poppascotch, and as I always say, fuck you, butthead. Welcome to Plotty Time. That's a big fucking pile of garbage.
I'm the farting demon in this relationship.
I'd be an awesome rich person.
You're both just an embarrassment.
God, I'm awesome.
We're talking Tom Hanks and his vehicle.
Yeah, I had my finger in my mouth waiting for you to finish.
You gotta get 4 balls or something.
Dick piercing?
No, you know damn well I'm fucking that demon. It's still sexy.
How could that be close and not be
Yeah,
right?
I'll kill some random dude.
If you want cheese, you get a milk.
You're waiting for me.
No, I can hate on it. It sucked. Boners.
Welcome to Plotty Time, the podcast that had an alcoholic drink last night for the first time in like a month.
Whoa.
Month.
Not like any personal reason. I was just very ill and felt like shit.
That's right.
So I was probably like, I shouldn't probably be drinking.
It might have knocked it right out of you, dude.
Yeah.
Maybe like, what is it? Oh God, Goodfellas, where fucking Ray Liotta's character has he has a fever and he's sweating and he's shivering, and the guy's like, here, have some whiskey, sweat it out. I'm like, I don't think that's how that works.
No, never does.
Anyway, so let's start. We always start. What have you been playing? What have you been watching? What have you been doing? What's going on, Dr. Syintist?
What have I been watching, you ask?
Sure, that was one of the three.
All right. Well, I finally got around to watching Secret Invasion on Disney Plus. It's the Marvel thing about the Skrulls. It's meh.
When does it take place?
In the timeline?
Yeah.
After Infinity War, sometime between then and now.
Okay. I was wondering if because it was the Skrulls. Weren't they the guys that invaded in like the first Avengers movie?
No, that's the Skrulls were
in of course.
They were in Captain Marvel. The shape change.
Oh yes. Gotcha.
Yeah. So and there's no like real thing in there to add it to the timeline anywhere. It's just story of Nick Fury and the Skrulls. So
Okay.
Well,
it was meh.
Sure.
There's new Lokis coming out, so I was trying to catch up on everything.
That's fair. There's a lot to catch up on.
I finally finished the new season of Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it again. We talked about this. It's the most disappointing so far, but I got to watch it again to make sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I really don't remember if I finished it.
It's only like 8 episodes,
Yeah,
ain't
there's
it?
only 8 episodes. I had like 6 watched. I only had to finish the other 2. I was like, I was letting them build up for a while, but apparently it was almost done.
Yeah.
I'm just looking to see the gang goes No, I didn't finish this one.
The Gang Goes Bowling's pretty good. Probably the best.
But I saw the Risky Rats one. Oh, maybe I almost whatever. I'll finish it.
Yeah, you probably saw all but like 1 or 2.
Watch it again.
Yep.
Maybe I should just start from the beginning because nothing really grabbed me about it, but I don't know. I don't remember much of it. Anyway.
And I did watch a spooky movie.
He's getting in the spirit.
No,
Attaboy.
really.
Oh.
It was called No One Will Save You. It's
yeah.
I was going to watch that.
It's okay. It's spooky. The aliens are kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, aliens.
Aliens. It's an alien
there's
movie.
More than one alien.
Yeah, exactly.
It's this woman lives in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of cool because she doesn't talk through the whole at all in the movie. It's all like silent.
Yeah, she's a chick from Booksmart.
Yeah, but
oh God, what's her name?
I don't know.
She lives in the middle of nowhere, and well, that's an exaggeration, but the aliens like descend on her house, and she catches one like walking outside of her house and stuff, and then it opens the door and comes in, and she's running, hiding from it. It's pretty spooky, and the aliens are kind of creepy.
Interesting.
Dude.
Is it Beanie Feldstein or the other one?
The other one.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Caitlin?
That's who the main one was. I think her name's Kate something.
Yeah, she's like some type of shut-in, like doesn't go out at all.
Caitlin Dever.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's great. She was in, well, you said Booksmart, obviously.
Yeah.
And other things that I liked.
I enjoyed it all the way until the very end.
Really?
The end upset me.
One of that.
Not upset me, but it didn't make sense.
It annoyed you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know if I've heard of this. It just came out?
Yeah. It was on Hulu. I believe it's on your Plex too. I believe it's on
Somebody's Plex.
Someone who's attractive and smart, no doubt.
Yeah, it wasn't even sick last week.
Yeah.
Nope. Still kept the movies coming in and was totally healthy.
But I watched it on Hulu. I think it was Hulu. It was either Hulu or Netflix.
Yeah.
But it's all right. I'd recommend watching it if you want to watch a spooky alien and not a spooky demon or ghost.
Yeah, but the end's gonna fucking annoy me.
Well, I might not. I don't know. I didn't like it.
All right. Is there a train involved?
No trains.
Oh,
there is
nice.
a bus though.
Weird.
But the bus part's pretty fucking cool too. Actually, you might like that. The bus part
Does
was
the bus
really cool. I liked it.
Turn into a spider and attack people.
No.
I'll check it out anyway, I guess.
I'll put it on the list.
What else did I play? Well, I played this pretty bad game called Spell Sword Cards. I was looking.
Spell Sword Cards.
Yeah, I was looking for like another deck builder game that wasn't Monster Train or Slay the Spire.
Yeah,
So I'm just looking at ones I can find. It wasn't a good one. I wouldn't recommend it.
that's fair.
Then I played a really good game. It's a Netflix game, so you can get it on there if you really want to play it. It's called 12 Minutes. It's this guy comes home from work and he's like going about his day. His wife's there. They make dinner and stuff, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he finds out he's in a cycle that repeats every 12 minutes.
Oh my gosh, so he eats the same food over and over again.
And you have to try and figure out what's happening and why. It has James McAvoy is the main guy you play.
Okay.
And Willem Dafoe is in it. He does a voice. And you got it. It's pretty fun. It's kind of point and clicky, but you have 12 minutes to figure out. And then
it just resets.
Yeah. Well, spoiler, you die and it resets of you walking through the door.
Oh.
So you can do things where like if you figure something out, you can kill yourself or walk out of the door and it resets it back to the beginning.
Okay. So it carries over though. It's not like roguelike. Or...
No. It's a story. You're trying to figure out why what happens, and then you figure it was interesting. I enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun playing it. Well,
it's like a whole bunch of movies out there.
Yeah, it's not fun, I would say, but it's entertaining.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I watched a movie that was called 11 Minutes.
Totally. You thought this was like the video game sequel?
No. That was a cool one too. I didn't watch it this week, but play 12 minutes and then watch 11 minutes.
Oh my God, it'll blow your mind.
Yeah. No, in 11 minutes, this guy is from the future and they build a time machine, but he can only go back at 11 minutes in a time. And he can't repeat a time he was there. And it's him. He ends up back at this party and he's like, he can't pinpoint exactly where he's going. So he's not arriving in the order the party's happening.
Weird.
Like his first arrival is like 66 minutes into the party. And like his last arrival is like near the beginning. It was pretty good. It was a pretty good movie.
Okay.
I think it'd make for a good movie, but I would be infuriated if that was my superpower.
Yeah, right.
Like it'd be almost unusable. Mm-hmm. Makes for a good movie though.
Yeah.
11 minutes. I'll check that out.
It wouldn't be unusable. I mean, you can just I guess, there's niche situations. Oh, I got a bad chicken sandwich. I'm going to go back 11 minutes.
Oh, that was the best bite of cheesecake I've ever had.
You got to do it again. Quick. Oh, no, I'm back 7 hours.
Yeah. Well, I know I'm going to get that cheesecake in 7 hours.
Fuck that. I'm going now and eat as much cheesecake as I can.
But that's all I played and watched and did. What about you, Poppascotch? Show me something.
Well, thanks for asking. Finished up the bowl, guys. Finished up the 2022 movie bowl.
Just in time for October.
We finished the movie bowl with the last pick, and then we immediately started making this year's one. So I think next week I'll probably have more from the Movie Bowl Chronicles.
Awesome.
Movie Bowl Season 2.
Season 2 of the Movie Bowl. So we watched The Orphanage. You guys ever seen that one?
I believe so.
Possibly.
I don't recall exactly.
It's a Spanish film. It was presented by Guillermo del Toro, but he didn't direct or anything. It was just released under his name.
I don't know.
That sounds
it was about a woman who moves into a house and it's haunted and there's kids everywhere and she's supposed to help the kids. It's kind of freaky. It wasn't bad. I thought it was all right.
Okay.
Not the best.
Not spooky enough, huh?
No, not spooky enough. It was the end was very uplifting too, but also tragic.
Ooh.
It was good, but I mean, I'm not rushing to watch it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wasn't as fun. A movie that also wasn't fun, but was way better than I thought it would be. Spiral.
Oh,
with
The Saw movie with Chris Rock.
Yeah, I liked it.
I liked it. I thought it was going to be terrible, but I was like, well, I'll give it a shot. And we watched it and it was enjoyable.
Yeah.
The killer situation and the motivation was a little strange, but I was like,
That's
Chris
every
Rock is
Saw
great.
movie is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard. Did you guys hear the new one coming out is like a scathing indictment of privatized healthcare?
Isn't that what they were all about? Like the last couple?
Yeah, at least when he was dying of cancer.
Yeah. Because he goes after like the insurance guys.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's insurance now. It's privatized healthcare.
Maybe it's I mean, maybe they're just continuing with a long trend I wasn't aware of, but I hear the new one's good.
Yeah, I'll
Is it
watch
out
it.
yet?
What date? What's the date? Obviously, the date today is fucking October 12th.
Yeah, so
When
it's
did it
coming
come
out
out?
this weekend. I don't know.
In theaters September 29th.
Oh, yeah, it's out. It's been out.
Oh, it's been out since last week.
I can't believe none of us saw it.
Crazy, right?
Saw it. Saw X.
Saw 10, man. 10 of those
I don't.
movies.
The poster is making me not want to go see it.
Oh, no.
I'm not a fan of eye stuff.
Oh, no. You don't like eye stuff?
It's the one thing they can always lean on to freak out at least like 1/3 of people.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I wouldn't say I hate eye. I hate bugs way more than I hate eye stuff.
Really?
But hey, that's me. Anyway, what else did I watch, you asked? A couple of classics that the first one, the wife and I have seen a bunch. An American Werewolf in London.
Right.
It's okay. Yeah.
I mean, it's classic. The makeup still looks good today. And this was in the 70s. And his dead friend the whole time is pretty fun. It's a real dark movie. I don't know where the zombie Nazi fucking werewolves come in, but I'm here for it.
All right. Good stuff.
And then we saw a movie the wife has never seen. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I'll watch it any day of the week. Reanimator.
Oh, snap.
That's
a Jeffrey Combs one, isn't it?
Yeah, Jeffrey Combs fucking Frankensteining it up. It's great. It's if you haven't seen it, it's like it's not a direct adaptation of an H.P. Lovecraft, but it's like a reimagining of one of his stories, and it's fucking awesome.
Yeah. Good stuff. Like it.
Then I got a couple more. So we watched The Sixth Sense. That was one we pulled from the movie bowl.
What?
Yeah,
And
I
Night
mean,
Shyamalan movies shouldn't be allowed in the movie.
The Sixth Sense was
I mean,
okay.
The Sixth Sense was. We just watched it again. It's a solid movie.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
You just like it because it has Slow Joey in it.
So?
Oh God, I couldn't remember his fucking name.
Billy Joel Osment.
There it is. Slow Joey. Who was he in What We Do in the Shadows? Like Trent, I think his name was?
Yeah, Trent, something like that. He was the awesome familiar who was trying to have the assassins come.
And now he's a zombie.
And Guillermo kept killing him. And
It's fucking awesome.
Did we all finish the season?
Yeah, I just finished
Oh,
it.
yeah, because he makes the appearance for it at the end of that one.
Yeah.
And fucking, what's his name? Derek finally found his group.
God, I love
Yeah.
that. I'm sorry, this has nothing to do with it, but in that episode, when they're all talking about the things that are happening to Guillermo, and fucking Nandor's like, yeah, it's because he has this blood. Oh, I never even thought of that. He's only half turned. Yeah, because he didn't drink human blood. You didn't try drinking human blood? And like this, Nandor had all the answers, and they spent all season trying to figure out.
Yeah, because they just wouldn't tell him about it.
Yeah, he made like the fucking, like all the science experiments, the Dr. Moreau shit.
Yeah.
And he went through all that and the frogs that looked like Guillermo.
Yeah.
And Nandor was just like, clearly this is the answer to why this happened. But didn't Laszlo has changed people? That's part of the lore. How'd he fucking screw that up?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
I just think
Because remember in like the first season, he turned a baby, or they talked about him turning a baby. And
Oh, yeah.
he's like, yeah, it really wasn't cool. Great show. And then we watched classic Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Nice.
movie.
I almost watched that one again last night.
pretty good.
It's always fun. It's great. And then we watched It Follows.
Oh, It Follows is good. I like It Follows.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
I haven't seen it since it came out, and it's good, man. It's freaky. It's weird.
It's definitely a spooky
Oh, I did.
atmosphere.
That's the one where, like, if you have sex, it follows you. Or
It's
whatever.
like a sexually transmitted demon or something that follows you around.
STD.
Oh, the anagram rhymes. It's still the same. And then we watched, when we finished the movie bowl, we had a little bit of time before October started it's spooky season now. We had a little bit of time. We didn't get into the new bowl yet. And we watched a film from Shudder called Elevator Game. Have you guys heard about this one?
Oh, fuck. Did you watch that?
Yeah, I watched
Did you
it.
talk
It
about
was
that
not
before?
No.
bad.
I almost watched it. I was like, I love elevator horror. What the fuck?
How many good
Oh, yeah,
elevator
then-
horrors are there?
Devil.
Devil's the only one I can think of. Anyway, go ahead, Poppascotch. Sorry. We're hijacking your spit here.
It's a new movie that came out about some kind of like TikTok craze or whatever. This elevator game that's kind of like a Bloody Mary, but with more steps.
Mm-hmm.
And the movie, it's not a found footage, but it takes place with a group of like YouTube ghost hunters who go to an elevator and try to do this, and it actually works. And it's not bad. It's pretty good.
I started watching it, but then they got to the part where they're just sitting around their studio or whatever, just talking about what they're going to do next and how the new guys coming in. And
yeah, you got to blow past that.
yeah,
It starts
to piss out of me. I'm like, I'm fucking done.
Yeah, they're really bad at their job. Like, even as someone who I don't know anything about YouTube or how to run a YouTube channel or any of this, clearly you hear them talk and you're like, well, that's dumb. Do this. Like, you know what I mean? It's one of those where they're just too dumb.
It's like, how are they paying for all that? It doesn't make any sense.
That's what I was wondering too. How do they have enough money to get all this gear and this office space and pay these people, but yet they're barely clinging to one sponsor?
Yeah. It was,
you know what I mean? Like, if they're that
so
profitable, there should be like a dozen sponsors. Like, yeah, we'll work with you anytime.
Yeah.
So once you get past that part, dumb shit, and it gets to like the spooky stuff, it's way better than I thought it would be.
Shit, let me write that one down now.
And then as far as games go, I just played and I platinumed. Well, I didn't platinum it. I 100%ed Far Cry Blood Dragon.
Oh. Finished
It wasn't a difficult game. It wasn't very long.
It was no Souls-like, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, those games are trash anyway. So then the last trophy I got, I had to kill 25 dragons. So I had to go around the map and find a couple to finish them off. But I got it done.
Nice. I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
It's a fun game. It's very much for if like you're not in the mood to play anything and you just want to check boxes and take over garrisons and go find VHS tapes.
Yeah.
One of those games. But yeah, that's all I did. So how about you there, Sir Chump Slap? What are you playing, watching, doing? What's going on with you?
Well, I played a little game called Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, never heard of it.
Fucking A, man.
Do you like it?
I finished it.
Oh, finally.
You did
Finished
it.
the story.
Good for you.
You just rushed through it?
Yeah. You should have seen the final area of the map. It's just like, it looks like an ant walking on a fogged in mirror or something, you know?
Oh yeah, I've been there.
But I maybe like when I'm bored and just kicking, nothing else to do, I might go back and try to free the whole place. Like, I don't know, just 100% the map. We'll see.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, it's a fun game. I mean, it's good. Story's fucking really good.
Okay.
I mean, the ending was fucking awesome. I think there's like, I don't know if there were two choices. I can't remember. It was so long ago, sometime this week.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, I don't know. Check it out, man. If you're into, I mean, maybe not just dwell in the first section until you're way too overpowered and have everything unlocked already. Just play through it. It's fun. But that's all I played. Watched a couple movies.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Anything good?
I watched Horseman. I don't know if I talked about this one, but I've seen it before. With Dennis Quaid and Clifton Collins Jr. as murder detectives.
I've seen like the movie. Like, I haven't seen the movie, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's like this whole Four Horsemen cult or whatever.
What are your thoughts? Is it good?
No, not really. I mean, it's okay until it gets to the end, and then you're like, oh, because I was watching it, I was like, I don't remember how this ends. Either it's this guy or this guy. And it turned out I was like, oh yeah, that's how it ends. Really fucking dumb.
Awesome.
Yeah. So just skip that one. I mean, or just not watch the ending. And then I watched From Hell, the Jack the Ripper movie with Johnny Depp.
That's not that bad.
Yeah.
No, I like it. It's a good watch. It's a little over 2 hours though.
Well, it must be good if you were able to stick it out for 2 whole hours.
I don't know.
Unless you broke it up into multiple sittings.
No, I watched it one sit through. I mean, it is good. It's fun to watch Johnny Depp be addicted to opium and try to be a detective. Well, it's kind of scary, I guess. Spooky. From Hell. But I watched Sinister. That's a nice classic spooky one.
Was that's the one with Ethan Hawke, right?
Yeah, where he finds like the Super 8 movies in the attic and his kids disappeared.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I forget. Man, Jesus Christ, I just watched that like last movie bowl. Like, I remember pulling it from the movie bowl.
Yeah.
And I forget what happened, but I remember loving it until the ending.
Yeah, the ending was meh. I mean, it's okay. It's one of my kind of endings, you know, people die. And you're like, oh, I didn't see that coming.
I could also be thinking of something else. Man, I gotta watch Sinister again. There was a second one, wasn't there? There's several.
Yeah.
There's a lot of movies
I think
like
there's
that.
a new one, Sinister, or maybe I'm thinking of Insidious.
Maybe there's a Sinister too.
Yeah, I know there's a 2, but I don't know if there's a 3rd.
There's a new Insidious that came out, which finished the trilogy with
Some red door or something.
Yeah, the Red Door.
Yeah.
With what's his name? Because the first Insidious and the second one had the dude who plays Ed Warren. Why am I blanking on his name? I want to say it's Patrick something.
I know who you're talking about, but I can't think of his name.
It has him and Rose Byrne and their little kid, and they go through 2 movies, and then the Red Door is supposed to take place like 15 years later when the kid's in like college or something.
Yeah, but it's not Insidious.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, I don't know why I went into that. It's a good point.
It's I don't know. Sinister's good. Watch it. It's kind of spooky. It's good for the season.
Okay.
Good stuff. And then I watched one more. The House on the Bayou. House on the Bayou.
Oh yeah.
Not familiar with that one.
It's kind of spooky. It's like this cheating father brings his wife and kid on a vacay, trying to like work out the marriage. Like, oh, sorry, blah blah blah.
Oh, Angela Sarafian's in it.
Yeah, and then people like these 2 guys show up and are gonna rob their house or whatever, and it turns out they're not really house robbers. I don't want to tell you how it ends because that's fucking pretty neat. But yeah, it's fun. It's weird. It's spooky. Supernatural type stuff.
So it's home invasion type stuff?
Yeah, kinda. Yeah, it's like, yeah, that's the way to play it.
Okay. I'll add it to the list. Which one was that one?
I'll give that one a good slightly.
It's a yeah.
Yeah, it's a yeah. It's a meh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Check it out if you haven't seen it and you're in the mood for something spooky.
What was that name one more time?
House on the Bayou.
House on the
House
Bayou.
on the Bayou. All right. Well, you got anything else, or that was the last one?
No, that's it for me for Spooky Week number 2.
Okay, then let's go ahead and move into the Plotty Time vibe check.
Back to sexy.
That's some sexy vibes.
Oh, come on in. Let's check out that vibe.
Oh, is that a vibe in your pocket? Or are you just happy to see me? That's a tickly vibe.
That was just a little too sexy, but let's go ahead and move into the vibe check here. We got another first topic of conversation. Super sexy.
Oh.
Modern Warfare 3 lets you kill opponents with weed.
Wow, do you drop it on them?
Let me go ahead and read you what the ESRB said. The game includes a finishing move in which marijuana smoke from a bong can be forced into opponents' faces.
And that kills that. Oh my God, you're buying that finishing move, aren't you?
You're goddamn right I am. So they didn't show the move, obviously, because the game's not out yet, but they showed one of the weed finishing moves from a previous game, and basically it was like you tap them on the back of the shoulder, they turn around, like you blow smoke in their face, and they're kind of like, what? And then they fall asleep. And that's the whole finishing move.
That sounds like something an idiot would buy.
Can't wait. Hope it comes with more weed skins and fucking stupid named guns.
Oh,
like Indica, which was a submachine gun. It was pretty sick.
Oh, you can't wait for this new Zombies, can you?
Man, it better be good. I still haven't pre-ordered the game. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna wait for some reviews.
Then he'll get it because it doesn't matter what the reviews say.
Then probably I'll get it. Yeah, but I mean, I'll be playing Shell until then.
Isn't there like a pre-release thing where you can play it for free for a couple days?
Not every game has that, but a lot of games have like a 1 hour trial or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I think this one's like coming out like the beta or whatever. Like it came out this
Like
week
a server test?
or last week. I don't know. Yeah, something like that. I don't know if it's only multiplayer. Maybe there's some zombies in there.
I'll have to look into it. Who knows?
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, you're going to have a weed finishing move, which is pretty sick. Also, what else is super sick? That Ubisoft announced The Division 3.
Oh,
There goes your next year.
maybe I'll play it this time.
Well, the confusing thing is that it released news that there's going to be a Division 3, but there's been 2 other Division games announced since Division 2 came out.
Really?
The third Division 2 and sequel?
Yeah, there was like Division Resurgence was announced, and then I think that one has come out as a free-to-play mobile shooter. I have no idea if it's come out or not. I don't care about mobile games. The other entry is the Division Heartland, which is supposed to be an extraction-like shooter. So like Warzone,
Yeah.
Fortnite, one of those situations.
Yeah.
And then now they're announcing the Division 3. So they're going hard in the Division universe here.
Well, they're getting you psyched
Oh,
for
the Divisionverse?
The extended Division video game universe. The EDVGU.
Of course, the Vigi.
Ubisoft, call me. We'll talk about how much you need to pay me to use that anagram, but we'll talk.
Call me because the Divisionverse is much better.
Call whoever you think is better. How about that?
Oh, my phone's ringing.
It's Long Island Sal.
He's calling early. He really wants to get that singing out. And then other news, a Cyberpunk 2077 2.0 patch came out.
Oh, yeah.
And apparently fixed
play it?
a bunch of stuff.
I played, not this patch or nothing.
Yeah, there's a whole laundry list of things they fixed. And everyone's like, oh, the game's good now. And I'm like, you can't.
It's too late.
It's been
way
like a year
too
and a
late.
half, right?
It came out in 2020, didn't it?
Came out with the fucking PlayStation 5, right? Right around there.
I'm pretty sure it was 2020.
Man, I don't know. And they're only on 2.0?
Yeah.
Yeah, they suck. They released an unfinished game and then sold it to people for full price. They sold it saying there was going to be a multiplayer and they canceled it. Like everyone just forgets how much they fucked over all these people. And they're like, dude, but did you play the new one? Like, dude,
Yeah. No, I didn't.
fuck you. Not playing it.
No.
Too little, too late.
Yeah, it's a 2020 video game. Jeez, it's been that long already.
Yeah, man.
Remember when they pulled it from the store because it didn't fucking work?
Yeah, where was the fucking quality control then?
That
Good
was
question.
how bad it was. It still probably is.
Yeah.
But now people are like, oh, well, the new single player expansion came out, which they said was going to be free, but I actually had to pay for. It's pretty sick. Oh, fuck you. It's too
Yeah.
little, too late.
Yeah, he ain't getting me.
Don't fall for it.
Not gonna. Still don't
And
have
then
a PS5.
to bring this around and wrap this up, NFT news.
Oh,
Nice.
That's what I'm
A
here
new
for.
study has come out that says a huge number of NFTs are now worth exactly $0.
No
All right.
shit.
Can we have more news from No Shit News?
For example, Mac contract on Ethereum has a floor price of 13 million, but its all-time sales is only $18. The stark discrepancy between listed floor prices and actual sales data exposes a significant issue in the NFT market. Inflated valuations that don't reflect genuine buyer interest or real-world transactions.
No shit.
Couldn't see that coming.
No, we all knew it was a scam. We were all shocked that people were spending money on it because it's a scam. And then we all were guaranteed and told it was a scam when we were like, what am I buying? And no one can answer that question.
Yep.
So I'm spending money on this picture. Like, no, anybody can screenshot it and use it. Then what am I fucking paying for? A JPEG?
For nothing. You're paying money to give to some scam artist.
Man,
Idiot.
so
It was always a way to launder money for drugs or gun trade or sex trade or something.
Yeah, who the hell knows?
It's all what crypto and NFTs are for.
we
Spoiler
just have
alert.
art for that. But yeah, don't buy NFTs. It's not like you need us to tell you. You already lost all that 40K in NFTs. So
New Plottytime NFTs coming out.
I don't think we could sell them. Like, it probably costs more to make them.
Yeah, right.
Who cares?
Okay.
That is all I got for the Plottytime vibe check.
Vibe out.
Anyway, yep, that's all we got. Let's get into the game. How about it, guys?
Let's fucking do it, man. This one's a wild one.
This is a fun one. I had no idea this existed till I found a list of like, fucking most underrated horror games or whatever. It's called Eternal Darkness, Sanity's Requiem.
Ooh.
It was released June 24th, 2002. Number one song. Any guesses, guys? It's a banger. I'll give you that hint.
Bruno Mars.
Nope, not Bruno Mars.
I don't fucking know, man. I have no idea.
Vitamin C graduate.
Great guess, but no. Let's just go ahead and call Long Island Sal again.
Let's do it.
Man.
Oh, let's go ahead and call Long Island Sal again.
Is Bentley too busy to talk to us anymore?
Yeah.
Good, I didn't like him.
Oh, hey, how's it going, guys? How you doing? Like Islanders rule.
Sal.
Hey,
Rocky?
what's up, Sal?
Yeah, hockey's almost in. Islanders the best team in the league. They got all those guys on the team that are good. Like Bob.
I believe they played
Varlamov, I
their first
think.
game already. Sal, what'd you think of it?
Oh, the Islanders are going to win the other 81. Let me tell you. 80. However many they play, they're going to win them.
Thanks, Sal. Can you just sing like the song that I sent you?
Oh, yeah, I love this one. This is one of my favorites. Here we go. You guys ready?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah, Sal, hit us.
Penthouse rooftop birds are feeding. No deceiving, nothing up my sleeve, no teasing. I need you to get up on the dance floor. Give that man what he asked 4, 'cause I feel like busting loose, and I feel like touching you. Hey, and can't nobody stop the juice, so baby, let me tell you what's the use. Hey now, it's getting hot in here, so hot. So take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. I want to take my clothes off.
Anybody, guys,
It's getting
stop
hot
making
in
him sing.
here. 50 Cent.
Well, it's getting hot in here, but that's not the
I can't remember who sings
lyricist.
it.
Come on, you know who this is. Country Grammar.
Ludacris?
Country Grammar, guys.
Nelly?
It's Nelly. It's Nelly.
Nelly.
It's not even his best song.
All right, I'll catch.
All right, I'll catch you guys later. Love the Islanders. Fuck you.
I already left. That's crazy.
I love when that happens.
That's so
Oh,
weird.
he's gone. I don't know. He just hung up. He has stuff to do. He loves singing and then getting the fuck out of here.
I love him.
Yeah, so Nelly, it's getting hot in here. He nailed it, right?
He did. He's so good at singing, dude.
All right. Number one movie in the country. Again, June 24th, 2002. Here's the tagline. He's teaching high society some small town values.
Joe Dirt.
Close. It's a comedy.
High society, small town values.
The cable guy. No, Larry the cable guy.
It's not Larry the Cable Guy. Here we go. You'll get it from the synopsis, so just go ahead and yell it out. Blank is a sweet, lovable guy leading a simple but happy life in the tiny hamlet of Mandrake Falls, New Hampshire.
Dorf.
Life is good at the small town restaurant until two corporate execs bring news that he is about to be rolling in a different kind of dough. A long-lost relative has left him an inheritance of $40 billion along with the largest media company in the world. It's a fish out of water, rags to riches story that has local tabloids, reporters salivating.
King Ralph.
It's fucking 2000, dude.
I have no idea what it is.
It's an Adam Sandler joint.
Mr. Deeds.
It's Mr. Deeds.
Never saw it.
It's not
It's
that
fine.
great.
It's got a couple funny moments, but it's not great.
Yeah, Steve Buscemi's the best part of it.
He's the best part of every one of those movies.
For real.
And John Turturro's great in it too.
Yeah,
Everybody but
yeah,
Adam
oh,
Sandler's
yeah.
pretty good. Winona Ryder was fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, June 24th, 1947, flying saucers were sighted over Mount Rainier by pilot Ken Arnold.
I'm sure.
It's true. It's a fact.
Anyway, this game was released for GameCube, developed by Silicon Knights and published by Nintendo. It is a single-player action-adventure game that I picked, so I guess I'll just go ahead and get into this.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Now, before we start, there's a game mechanic I want to talk about, and I think you guys noticed this in the video but didn't notice it at the same time. There's a sanity meter in this game. So the more enemies you face, your sanity meter starts to get lower, and when it hits the bottom, the game starts fucking with you.
Yeah, I saw that. It's pretty cool.
So like your character will see like blood dripping down the walls. Statues will like follow you with their heads as you walk through. Like you start seeing shit in the game.
Yeah. Oh, that's how it got spooky. Okay.
Yeah,
And then, like-
jump scare the screen for a second.
Yeah, yeah.
There would be one where like your character's head just falls off and like you think it's a game over. There's one where it would just like go to this, it'd be like the end game and say, hey, great job, you beat the game. To be continued in the sequel, Sanity's Requiem or Redemption, and there was never a sequel. It just
Yeah.
goes back to the game then after that.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
Oh, that was a pretty cool feature. So getting into the game story here, it's a little bit difficult. I'm going to try to do the best I can, but it takes place in basically 4 different locations with a whole bunch of different characters over like 2,000 years, and it's not in chronological order.
Oh, yeah. I know, but the fucking wiki is, which bugged me.
Yeah, so this was a fun one to get together, and I have so many notes, but I'm going to try to get through this as efficiently as possible. So we start with a voiceover intro from Edward Roivas. Roivas? Say Roivas. It's faster. He talks a lot about the Guardians are getting restless, and they're coming they're coming over his granddaughter. She's the last hope of humanity. They're going to get her. And then it just cuts to shotgun blasting some skeletons as our main character, Alexandra Roivas. She sees her ghost dad. It turns out to be all a dream, and she gets a phone call. It's the cops in Rhode Island. They're like, your dad is dead. You got to get here. So she fucks off to Rhode Island to her family's mansion, I guess.
Yep.
And like this, what we're talking about, this is the story. Like this is the main story. It's Alexandra going through the mansion. as she goes through and gets more clues and pages of a diary, she reads those, and then we go back and play those segments.
Yeah.
So it's a little stilted. It's a little all over the place.
I like how she
So-
gets a call that an accident happened. She gets there and he's fucking headless. It's like, and they don't know where the head is.
Yeah, like he's still there.
Yeah,
It's
they just call her in and look at the body. I was like, I even wrote, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
They're not going to
They just left the body there that whole time until she
cover it
got
up
there.
and bloody. Yeah.
Yeah.
and the detective's like, oh man, yeah, we got nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing at all.
Don't even have a head.
Not even sure you can identify it.
Yeah. Whatever. It's funny.
This starts in the year, takes place in the year 2000. And she goes to the estate. The cop thing happens. Really tactless bullshit. And he says the cop's got nothing. She decides to look for her own clues. So she finds first a secret room containing a book bound with human skin called the Tome of Eternal Darkness.
Ooh.
Pretty badass, but we're going to start with the story of Pius Augustus in 26 BC.
Yep. Good guy.
He was, I guess, what was he? A sergeant lieutenant in ancient Persia. He was tasked with locating this relic, and he gets lured away from his men after hearing these disembodied voices. And he kind of goes to these stones and gets teleported to an underground temple. I don't know how to call it except teleportation.
Yeah. I think that's exactly what it is.
And then he finds these 3 artifacts that belong to what are called the Ancients. And I'm going to try to pronounce these, but holy shit. Shatruga,
Chaturga?
Zilotath, and Ulioth. I'm not going to say those names again. Ulioth.
Yeah.
I think they said that
1,000
one.
They do say Ulioth. I didn't know. I didn't hear the other ones.
That was one that we mostly dealt with. But he gets blasted with face lightning, and he turns into some kind of like skeleton demon with immense power, and he's got a new mission. And he pledges allegiance to the gods, and he's like, all right, I'm in. Let's get you fucks to our universe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
He's going to get the ancient there.
Now, he turns out to be, or he is, I don't want to say the main bad guy, but he's definitely, I guess he's the main bad guy, because he's not like the most powerful being. He's just kind of doing their bidding.
He's the main antagonist.
Well, he has some god powers, doesn't he?
Oh, he sure does. He kicks a lot of ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then we start this chapter called The Binding of the Corpse God, and we're now in 1115 in Angkor, Cambodia.
Of course.
Pius is here threatening Mantarok, the Corpse God, which, for those Star Wars fans out there, looks like a Sarlacc pit with eyes. Am I right?
Yeah. It reminded me of the pit from John Dies at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense too. But it's got like tentacles and it lives in a temple-ish
It's
thing.
Another ancient.
Yeah. Yes.
It's another ancient who is specifically tasked with imprisoning the other ancients.
And it's on our plane of existence.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes. And then this story was being read by a young Khmer girl named Elia. And she's like, why does anything cool ever happen here? And then she finds herself into the temple and she's like, oh, fuck. Okay, great. Now I'm in this. So she finds her way through the temple, finds Manarok, who quickly eats some other guards, which was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Pius shows up, talks shit, tells the girl to get out of here, and then she gets zapped and passes out. And when she wakes up, she's told that she has to fight the eternal darkness. So she's getting roped into this now.
Of course.
There's going to be a lot of that. There's going to be a lot of characters who are like, what the fuck is this? You're now fighting the eternal darkness and expected to sacrifice everything so the eternal darkness does not get to our plane. All right.
Yeah. Someone's got to do
Yeah. You were complaining you didn't have shit to do.
it. Yeah. For real.
Boy, do you have shit to do now. So Manarok entrusts her with the task of protecting the ancient's essence within her body, and then Pius kills her.
Without knowing what is in her body.
Right. He just was like, all right, you've run your course. Bam, dead. Pius speaks to his master. Do they ever name the master with the god, or is that Ulioth, or is
Ulioth
it,
is
he
the
just refers to
guy
it?
Who, well, in the beginning, when you get to those 3 stones, you can pick any one.
Oh, okay.
But
really?
But the main video that I saw was Ulioth.
Okay.
Yeah, the one I saw was Ulioth too. But that makes a lot of sense because in the story, he always refers to him as just master,
Yeah. Yeah.
which I guess was a way to like not record 3 different lines, like just these.
True.
But all right, 2002, you had to do what you had to do. So after speaking to the master, Pius is ordered to kill Charlemagne the Frank. He believes that if the big players unite, that they can take down Pius and the master. So he's like, we're going to take them out first.
Yeah. You
Makes sense.
got some shit to do, and these people are going to get in your way. Take them out.
Exactly. And I think a lot of these people like don't know how important they are or what role they play or whatever. So now we're in a new chapter. in Amiens, France, in Amiens, France, in 814. A Frankish messenger named Anthony gets hit out of nowhere with a spell, and he's like, "Oh God, I'm bewitched," and he still needs to warn Charlemagne that this letter, and he has to go find Charlemagne and give him this info, right? So eventually finds a bunch of robe dudes around the dead Charlemagne, and he succumbs to his spell. He dies. The Black Guardians call him a fool, and then I don't know what else to call this, but some kind of blue translucent praying mantis busts out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
They're agents of the ancients.
Agents of the ancients.
Yeah, that makes sense because he was blue like Ulioth. That was like Ulioth's color was blue.
Yeah.
They're color-coded.
Yeah, color-coded.
We cut back to Alexandra in the house. She sees some ghosts and specters in the mansion. She finds a secret room. We get another chapter. I'm not going to say that every time we switch between locations, but that's pretty much what happens. She's in the mansion. She does some puzzles.
Yeah, it's the game.
She finds a chapter.
Yeah, you
go
get to
back.
the next level or whatever. It's pretty neat. I liked it.
This one's called The Gift of Forever. We're in Persia, 565 AD, with a young swordsman named Kareem, who is on his way to the Forbidden City. He loves this woman, and she's like, well, if you love me, you're going to go into the desert and get this treasure. Which...
That's normal.
That's totally healthy. So he's wandering around. He gets teleported into the Forbidden City just like Pius was. It's like a callback. That's how people get in here.
Mm-hmm.
He finds the Tome of Eternal Darkness because you remember this is 1,500 years ago. Mm-hmm. And then this makes skeleton guards come alive. You fight your way through as Kareem. Chandra's ghost comes to visit you and said, "This is the woman who you left, like to get the treasure for her.
You're working for
The princess or whatever, yeah.
Right. Her ghost shows up and she's like, I guess a lot of time has passed when you're in the Forbidden City. Time just doesn't work the same as outside.
Yeah, that's the way I made it.
Or he's been on his quest for a while. I'm not exactly sure which one.
Yeah, well, she's
time
dead
has
now.
passed.
Yeah, and because she was with somebody else.
Yeah.
Right. She's dead. She's like, I married a nobleman and his jealous mistress killed me. It was pretty shitty, actually. So she's like, yeah, I now know and understand the true power of what this treasure is and the stakes involved, and you need to kill yourself.
This is a little bit more manipulative than I thought would be in this game.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, for sure. I thought it was great. It's like, go get me treasure, and that'll show you love me. So you go to get the treasure. Okay,
now kill
great.
yourself if you really love me after I married somebody else.
It doesn't. He's like, you lied, you betrayed, and you don't really look so hot anymore. But I'll do it.
And he does it. He kisses her, and he dies, and that's that. And then we're back in. We go to Alexandra in the house. We pop in. She gets the thing. We do a quick scene with Pius telling his master that the pillar of flesh has been constructed. It's all ready for his arrival, and they're going to get everything together to welcome the master. So we're moving forward with this master coming into our universe plan.
The master of chaos is dead. The planets aren't being in alignment. We're going to summon you into our world.
I just need this flesh tower.
Yeah.
Got it.
Oh, you didn't mean that flesh tower.
He's just going through the checklist of shit he has to have in order to bring the master into our
I'm not
universe.
talking about my penis, no.
Do you call your penis the flesh tower? That's pretty sick.
Now I will.
Nice.
More like a flesh pebble, am I right?
Anyway, we jump to this chapter called The Lurking Horses. We're in Rhode Island in 1760. Meet a guy by the name of Maximilian who inherited his father's mansion, just like you did from your dad.
Mm-hmm. It's weird. It's the same mansion.
It's the same mansion. It turns out you're a descendant of Maximilian.
Right.
Roivus.
And he's digging around and he decides to investigate this mansion. Like, the way that they explain this is he was in the mansion, his father's mansion. He just got it. And he's like, I'm going to dick around and find out this place's secrets. When I moved into my house, the first thing in my mind wasn't, I should explore its secrets.
It wasn't?
What the hell's wrong with you?
Should it have been?
Yeah, it should have.
Next house.
You get an x-ray machine, you look in all those walls.
Right.
And
There's
you-
weird
you-
smells or flies.
Yeah, you push anything that looks weird that like might open up. You measure rooms, so you say, "Oh, there's not a void between these two walls."
Just to make sure there's not like a hidden hallway or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it.
I should have done that. I should have figured out the math. Anyway, so he goes underneath. He finds a large cavern beneath the mansion, and it contains the ancient city of Inga.
Weird in Rhode Island.
Yeah, so he's like, what the fuck? I'm not going to even bother. I'm going to go back to the surface. I'm going to get some help. We're going to get to the bottom of this.
Everybody.
He goes
believed
up. No one believes him, and they throw him in the fucking loony bin, and that's where he dies. Because everyone's like, your story's crazy. Like, you're telling me in that whole chain of events, there's not one person's like, hey, we can easily just like check
on it. Yeah, for real.
Hey, give us the key. I can't give you the key. Just believe me.
Before we send this man to die in a padded room, let's walk down some steps. Let's see what we find. You know, he seems very certain about this.
Yeah.
But no.
That's crazy talk.
Crazy talk. Now we're in 1983, the year of our Lord AD, with Dr. Edwin Lindsay, who's a noted archaeologist, and I just got an Indiana Jones vibe from him.
Yeah, he's kind of like that.
So he goes to Cambodia on this expedition to explore the temple.
Kind of like the archivist from Choo Choo Charles.
Oh my God, so true.
The parallels are stunning. And he goes with this companion who looks like the Nazi guy who melts from Raiders of the Lost Ark. It had to be a nod.
I think it was done intentionally.
Nice.
Yeah. And then he's about to kill him, and we're like, what the fuck is going on? Turns out that was Pius in disguise the entire time.
Get the fuck out. Paul was pious.
And then Edwin continues on. He finds Elia's body. Remember her from earlier? The Karma girl
she has
from
the
a
heart of
different time?
Mantarak in her, right?
That's right.
Exactly. So he isn't supposed to touch this heart with his bare hands. And she gives it to him and says, all right, take this heart. You got to take it to this fucking guy in Rhode Island. His name's Edward Roivas.
Obviously.
So he's like, okay. So he does it. A few weeks later, drops it off.
You'd have to. If that happened to you, you'd have to do it,
Yeah,
right?
why wouldn't you do that?
Like, don't touch this, just deliver this to the guy in
It's
Rhode
like, I
Island.
don't got money for a flight, but I'll find a way.
Yeah, like if I saw a guy who I thought was my friend or at least helping me on an expedition turn into a skeleton from ancient Persia, I think I'd be receptive to that if someone gave me a heart and said, go deliver it to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was a corpse, by the way.
Yes, that's right. A reanimated corpse of someone who existed 1,000 years before you.
I'd believe it.
I'm just waiting. One day it's going to happen. So we cut to Pius, who summons some big-ass 2-footed demon. They called him the Black Guardian. You fight him later.
Yeah, he's supposed to guard something.
Oh, yes.
We get to the chapter titled Heresy from 1485 AD. A Franciscan friar named Paul Luther is going to be your playable character for this section.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You visit the region to find a holy relic at the cathedral, and then as he's going through, all of a sudden, he gets accused of murdering another friar by a local inquisitor.
What?
No.
He didn't do that, though.
Yeah, so he just fucking shows up, and they're like, well, it's convenient that you just found the body. Did you kill him? And he's like, what? I just got here. So at some point, he's back in the ground. He runs into the tome. He tries to clear his name, figure out what the hell's going on, who killed this friar. But instead, he just finds the Black Guardian, and the Black Guardian kills him.
It was pretty fucking funny, actually, I thought. Because, like,
It was.
I was expecting
It was
a showdown between him and the Black Guardian, and the Black Guardian just, like, stepped on him and crushed him. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it was great. It was great. No notes. Man, we still have a lot to cover here. All right. So 1460 AD, Roberto Bianchi, who's a Venetian architect, was captured under Pius under the guise of being a warlord. So Pius is like, you're a warlord. You're coming with me. So then he's under involuntary servitude and he encounters the spirit of Kareem from earlier.
Oh.
You know, the guy who went to get the treasure and
Yeah, was told to kill himself.
Yeah.
yep,
Yeah.
and then died from making out with the ghost of Chandra. This is a weird game.
Yeah.
But anyway, Kareem's like, hey, I got another artifact. Here you go. I trust you with it. Don't build something right here. It's going to be bad news. So Roberto's like, tries to warn Pius about the dangers of building the tower here. And then Pius is like, you know what? How about you become part of the tower? And he throws him in, like, physically in the mortar and becomes like a dead body outline within the tower.
Yeah, the tower's made of bodies.
It's like the cornerstone of the Flesh Tower.
Yeah.
Gotcha. It's all coming together because, you know, we're bouncing around here.
Yep.
Now we're in 1916 in World War I at the Obli Cathedral in Obli? I'll say that.
Oh, man.
Cathedral in France, which has been converted into a field hospital. We're playing as Peter Jacob. He's a field reporter going around making accounts of the war. And he's in this field hospital and he's like, man, patients just keep just disappearing. And he's like, hey, did this person die? Like, no, I don't know. So he ventures into the catacombs underneath the cathedral and he finds the Black Guardian, but instead of, just dying immediately like a Franciscan friar, he shoots it with a gun because we have guns now in 1916 and kills the Black Guardian.
Oh.
Nice.
What was the Guardian guarding?
He was guarding an artifact.
Ooh, was it one of those artifacts that is from a god or something?
Yeah, exactly.
Nice.
Nice.
And then we fast forward to decades later when Edward Roivas in his house in Rhode Island is visited by a now elderly Peter, who basically gives him the account of everything that happens in Amy, France, hands over the artifact in his possession. So now Edward has 2 out of the 3 artifacts. I guess technically this is the first one.
Yeah, it's the first one he gets.
Yeah.
Because he gets the heart later in the 80s. But we go back to another scene of Master and Pius talking, and he's like, hey, Pius, bro, you're not going to believe this, but there's another Roivas, and we need to go take them out. And Pius is like, well, we got a few years until the planets align, so this is perfect. I'll just go ahead and take care of this.
I'll summon a demon bug to do it.
Yeah, man. This lore is wild. I love it. So 1952 AD, Chapter Legacy of Darkness. You're now Dr. Edward Roivas as your playable character.
Ooh, Alex's grandfather?
Dr. Ed.
The very same who died at the beginning of this game.
Whoa, so this isn't
Yeah,
going
he's not
really
going to
well.
die in 50s.
No, for sure. Yeah, spoiler, self-spoiler. He's a clinical psychologist. He inherits the estate just like his descendant Maximilian did. Well, I guess all his descendants, if they're still living there. He runs into the ghost of Maximilian, and Maximilian guides him to the underground. This is where Edward discovers the city and incorporates magic with a K machinery. And he uses it to damage that city with a very powerful destructive spell. Now, he knows this isn't enough to destroy it. So he has to research and then figure out in the Tome of Darkness what the heck he can do in the final battle. And then decades later, he's violently murdered by one of Angas' guardians that came up into the mansion and killed him.
Yep, poor guy.
So now Pius is prepping the gate to be opened. We're back with Alex. We've been back and forth with her a whole bunch. She finds another room in the house. She finds a letter from her grandfather to her. He tells her the whole story now about what she needs to do. She needs to take up the mantle. She needs to stop Pius. I have 3 of the artifacts, and they have 3 and they need to get the 4th, or does Mantrock have the 4th?
Has the fourth.
Yeah, Pius has the 4th.
So the Black Heart of Mantrock, the Claw of Shaturga, the Sigil of Zilatath, and the Veil of
Uliath.
Right, I knew that.
Yeah.
So they need those all to summon a challenger to Pius's master. So now we're in 1991. A Canadian firefighter named Michael Edwards is in the Middle East putting out oil fires from the Gulf War.
Oh, wow.
Didn't expect the game to take this turn, but
Yeah, right?
sure. So there's an explosion happens. His entire team of firefighters gets killed. Accidentally, somehow magically blasts him into the Forbidden City, and he's approached by Roberto's spirit. He gives him the artifact. He tells him to take us to the Roivas family. He then destroys the Forbidden City with a magic bomb. A few months later, delivers the artifact. This is the 3rd one to Edward. And he's like, hey, he's like really cagey. He's like, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to last the night. Here's the artifact. I had to get it to you. Good luck, sir. Back at the house, Alex fights her way downstairs to what I just referred to as the magic Stargate.
Yeah, Stargate.
Yeah, I wrote Stargate too.
Okay, good. We're all on the same page there. So she places the 3 relics to summon the challenger that's going to fight the master. During this time, you now have to boss fight Pius.
Yes.
And I thought it was really cool because during this fight, like the whole theme was that all these people that sacrificed and died to get Edward the artifacts or to help you or to whatever, you could turn into them and you could fight as them.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like a team effort here.
That's pretty neat.
So I thought that was pretty cool. While you're doing this, the ancients, the one you summoned, whichever storyline you were going with, I think in this one it was Ulioth, is fighting the master with space lasers and plasma in a space dimension.
Yeah. I have Pius summon some jellyfish lord.
Yeah. And then you defeat Pius, and the challenger that you brought up defeats the master. You killed everybody. Edward's ghost appears and then helps you to bind the creature, like basically get Monarch back to health so none of them can come into the universe.
Yeah. Break Pius's relic while you're at it.
You do that. Edward tells you it's over for now, and he says, goodbye, granddaughter. Great job. So after you complete all 3 of the stories,
Yeah, depending on which artifact you pick in the beginning.
Yeah.
If you get all 3 of them, it actually turns out that they've all occurred simultaneously in 3 different timelines.
Of course.
Yeah.
One of Montrock's spheres of influence happens to be chaos, and with it, the ability to subtly manipulate time and space. And it turned out that the other 3 ancients against one another in mutual annihilation and merged the time streams into one complete victory. Now, all the ancients are dead. The only one that exists now is Montrock, and he's slowly dying.
Yep.
That's the game. That's
That's
it.
the game.
Yeah, it's fucking pretty neat.
Yeah, I don't think I ever heard of this before I started looking.
No.
Me neither. Well, it's an expensive game, so it's probably like not around a lot.
I saw a lot of videos after the fact when I did the research. A lot of videos on YouTube were like, is Eternal Darkness a hidden gem? And they talk about it and have a lot of praise for it.
Yeah.
So I think it was cool for the time, for sure.
Yeah. For real.
Let's get a little bit deeper into it in our final thoughts section, which is coming up right now.
All right.
Man, I got through that a lot faster than I thought
Yeah,
I
you
would.
fucking
You nailed it.
destroyed that.
I mean, there was a lot to it. I really glossed over some parts. Let's just go ahead and move right into final thoughts, and let's start with you, Dr. Scientist.
All right.
Did
really
watching this video make you want to play Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem?
Yes, good one.
Yeah.
The game.
Did the story work for you, or could it go fuck off to the planetarium? What score out of 27 stars you think you dip into the aquarium?
You think Requiem and Aquarium?
I think they're close enough. Fuck you.
It's close enough. Yeah.
Would I play it? I don't think so.
Ooh.
Not my type. I don't know.
Okay.
Doesn't grab me.
Okay.
The story worked for me. I think the story is great, actually.
Yeah, right.
It's very Lovecraftian horror. And I like how the story of all the artifacts getting there is told through various different timelines and people having to move them and get them to where they're supposed to go. All at the manipulations of Montarak to eliminate all the other guys. That was pretty good.
How cool would it have been if, like, every time you went to a different section, it'd be like a different type of game? Like, one section would be a platformer,
That would have been neat.
one would be a point and
Or
click,
maybe not.
I don't know if I'd want to play a game that kept changing up.
or infuriating. It could be that too.
Yeah. But I think it was really good. I liked the way it was told. Very spooky in a way of, well, that Lovecraft always does it. Some supernatural entity that controls everything that you can't really do anything against. What score did I give it, did you ask?
Sure did.
I'm going to have to go pretty high on this one, I think. I'm going to give it, let's go with 15 stars.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
I thought it was one of easily the best one we've done this year,
For real.
I think.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see what I say. But
But I liked the way it was told. I liked everything about the story, how it was intertwined with all the people. And
Yeah, absolutely. It was a captivating story. Like with some of these video game movies we watched that are 20 minutes and they feel like 9 hours.
yeah, for
This
real.
one was a breeze.
That's it. That's what I did. 15 stars.
All right.
All right.
Well, let's go ahead and move over to you there, Sir Chump Slap.
Ooh, let's.
Did watching this video make you want to play Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem Eternal? Did the story work for you, or was it just a little bit too infernal?
Ooh.
And what score out of 27 stars you think you'd give this game that's diurnal?
Do you know what diurnal means?
Doesn't
Active
matter.
during the day?
He asked me questions, not you, scientist.
Thank you, Sir Chump Slap.
Watching this video make me want to play. It kind of did. I mean, I'd like to go through and just, I don't know. I guess you have to play it 3 times or no?
Yeah.
But it's
Making
all the
different-
same. It's all the same.
Yeah. Just depends on the master, the relics change on which ones change.
Yeah, it doesn't. There's not like another one story that we didn't get to see because we didn't get it. Oh, okay.
I don't think so. I think it's just basically a palette swap.
Yeah. No, I'd play through it once. I mean, it looked neat. It was cool. I kind of liked it.
Okay.
So yeah, I would play it. Did the story work for me? Yeah. I mean, scientists said it. It was one of the best ones we've done in a minute. It just, I was like, what the fuck's going on? It's all over the place, blah, blah, blah. But then it all just comes together nicely at the end. And it's great. It's a good horror, spooky, weird supernatural, freaky, cool game.
Absolutely.
So I say it worked for me pretty well. I like the characters all stood out. They're all different people that you get to play with. You get to play as different people the whole time. That's fucking neat. And yeah, the story just came together awesomely. So out of 27 stars, I'm going to give this bad boy a lucky 13.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's up there. It's a really good one.
All right. Yeah. Can't complain about that.
Yeah.
Do you guys maybe I don't know, have any questions for me at all or?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. I got a couple.
Cool.
Did watching this video make you want to play as a Canadian firefighter in Iraq?
Oh.
Okay.
Was the story pretty good, or was it something that it lacked? And out of 27 stars, how many did this rack up?
Oh man, that was good.
It was good. Almost perfect. Anyway, did watching this make me want to play it? Yeah, it kind of did. If only for the whole sanity meter aspect of it.
Oh yeah, just play through it all insane.
Yeah. Like there was other ones, there were so many things that it did to fuck with you. Like there was one where, I mean, it doesn't really work today because we have flat screen TVs, but they showed like the mute in the top right corner and the sound would just cut out.
Yeah, that's fucking neat.
Like as if you accidentally hit mute on your fucking remote, there'd be ones where it just goes to white and you're like, is my TV broken? What's going on? And then eventually it would come back. I don't know why more games, especially horror games, don't fuck with you like that. It seems like such an effective way to do it. But I love that. So I kind of wanted to play it just for that. The story was also great. It was entertaining. It was a great way to tell it. And it was a great way to adapt a story to a video game without there being just cutscenes where people talk at you to give you info. It's like, oh shit, what does this diary entry say? I don't know what it says. Let's go play it now. Like it was more fun to do.
Yeah, that was nice.
So yes, it made me want to play it. Did the story work for me? Yeah, like I was saying, everything in it feels earned. Like you start just in a mansion looking at your grandfather's corpse being like, my God, what happened? And it turns into this game where you have huge ancients floating in space, hitting each other with plasma lasers. And you're like, yeah, I'm in. Like this works.
Yeah, for real.
Like it's hard to get from one place to another like that. I thought Pius was a good villain. I liked how, I think I only mentioned once where he like shrouded himself as someone else, but there was another huge, great, like ongoing thing when you went back to Alexandra and she was getting guidance from Edward, her grandfather, as a ghost. But then his guidance started being like more destructive and you should give up and you should stop doing this. And it turns out that was Pius the whole time. Like just shit like that. That was like one thing I forgot to mention and it had that much depth.
Yeah.
So
he actually says, why couldn't you be killed with your parents? Like it was fucked
yeah,
up.
it's like starts getting fucked up and you're like, something's wrong here. And then eventually it turns out that was Pius in disguise. It's great. And that, again, like I said, that was an interesting part of the story. I just completely forgot to mention because there was so much going on.
Yeah.
So story absolutely worked for me. I thought it was fun. It felt earned. It was a great way of showing and having you play sections rather than just telling you bullshit from the past. So, and the character swap of different fighting styles and weapons.
That was so
awesome.
Cool. So cool.
Great variety. So final score, I'm going to go higher than you guys. I think this is definitely the best we've had this year. I don't know where it ranks all time. I don't think it's as high as I've given some other games, but it's solid. It's cool. I'm glad I found it. I'm going to give it a 17.
Ooh.
Nice.
That's what, 45?
That does give us a final score of 45.
I don't think I can score anything over a 20 anymore.
Well, just to give you guys ideas, I'm not going to go through this year because, the end of the year is coming up. But way back in October 21, we gave Kudelka a 48.
I don't even remember what the fuck that was.
Kudelka was the one in the monastery with the evil woman turned into a plant at the end. And they were, never mind.
I don't fucking remember, dude.
We gave BioShock 2 a 49, and we gave Fallout a 52. Those were way back in 2020. Back,
I was less jaded.
Well, we might do good stories sometime again.
Yeah, I don't know. This one was really fucking good.
Yeah, I was really happy with it. I just picked a game from a list of underrated games. I didn't think it'd be this good, but
yeah,
glad it was. So if we got nothing else to say with that fat score of 45, let's go ahead and move into our favorite segment of every week, which is Dr. Syintist Radical Power. Come on, lot away.
It's a man poke. No, it's a Pokemon. That's what I meant to say.
Every week we ask Dr. Syintist for a guaranteed amazing Pokemon lock of the week, and he has never let us down. This week, Dr. Syintist, what do you got for us?
Well, I'm going to keep up the spooky stuff, and we're going to do dark Pokemon this week.
Ooh, okay.
We're going to go with best dark Pokemon that I haven't already said. And it's going to be Hydreigon.
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 Obviously.
Yeah, that's how I tried to spell it. Man, this guy looks, he's a brutal Pokemon.
Yeah, he's Dark Dragon.
Dude, I would not want to run into this guy.
That's
in a
not
dark
3
alley.
heads, by the way. That's 2 mouths on his hands and a head in the middle.
Sick.
He's got like wasp wings too.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
It's some of the descriptions. It responds to its movement by attacking. It eats everything in its path, destroys everything.
It's 5'11", 350. Can't you just like get this guy and then destroy every other Pokemon? Or do you have to only fight other brutal Pokemon? This guy seems like way OP.
Well, he's Dark Dragon. I mean, you can get something that's strong against Dark.
He levels really slow though. That's unfortunate.
Huh.
Yeah, but he's a 3-headed Dark Dragon. Eats everything.
It's pretty badass. Do his hands with the mouths on them act as hands? Like he picks stuff up by opening their mouths and
They're
closing them?
heads,
They're heads,
but
but
they
they-
don't have brains.
Yeah, they're hands that eat.
Whoa.
Okay.
Does he have 3 stomachs then, you think?
No, I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know.
Gonna have to go research that a bit.
All right, well, there you go. A Pokemon pick of the week, a brutal Pokemon, a dark dragon Pokemon named Hydreigon.
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 Duh.
Yeah, because it's evolution. I don't remember what their names are, but it's Eins, Vi, and then Dry.
Oh, that makes more sense. Hydreigon.
Cool.
Okay, great. Well, with that being said, let's go ahead and move into our favorite segment of every week, which is Chump Slaps. This or that.
Is it this or that? I don't know about that because it's not this and it's not that.
Every week, we ask Sir Chump Slap 7 prompts, and he is the blah, blah, blah. Every week, we ask some.
Yeah! Third time's the charm.
Oh, you ain't cut that one out.
Every week, we ask Sir Chump Slap. We give him a prompt. He has to tell us if it's one thing or if it's another thing. This week, you're going to have to tell us if each prompt is either a hip hop dance
What?
or the name of a field sobriety test.
Oh, okay. Test or
Okay,
dance.
so we got 7 prompts. Sir Chump Slap, are you ready? Again, hip hop dance, field sobriety test.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready for this. Let's go.
Okay, here we go. The first prompt. Walk it out.
Dance.
Walk and turn.
Test.
Shoulder lean.
Dance.
The one-legged stand.
Test.
2-step.
Dance.
Pop, lock, and drop it.
Dance.
Test.
Horizontal gaze nystagmus.
Test. I think I got this one, dude. That was a fucking 7 to 7, bro.
Go ahead
I
and
think
load
you
this
got a
up.
5 out of 7. That's what I'm going to say.
That's a 7 out of 7.
Snap. What? I know my
Crushed it.
pop lock dance.
I felt like the 2-step could have went either way, and you called it right with the hip hop dance. The one-legged stand. This was a tough one, and you nailed it.
One-legged stand was like the most obvious one.
Yeah.
It's
The
like, how
walk
do you
and
dance?
turn was also another one.
Yeah, walk and turn, the one-legged stand, and the horizontal gaze nystagmus.
That's
That's the thing where they do that.
Yeah,
Your finger in front of your eye.
see if your eyes wiggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You nailed it. 7 out of 7.
I've had some sobriety tests, I'll tell you.
Like I say, which ones did you do would be the better one.
There you go. Well, let's say they had someone out there had a whole bunch of ideas for new sobriety tests that are also hip hop dances. Where could they send that email to, Sir Chump Slap?
I'll send that to your local government, but you can send it to us too at plottytime@gmail.com, and I'll read and I'll respond, maybe laugh, maybe who the fuck knows? It's up to you.
100% guaranteed response rate. He will always answer at least once. He hasn't missed it yet.
You fucking know it.
He's working all kinds of hours, really late into the night doing all those emails, but he does it. There's so many. There's just so many.
At least till 8:30.
If they want to get to us faster on the socials with more swearing, where would they do that, Dr. Syintist?
On the gram and at threads at Plottytime. And stop by the Reddit and, I don't know, tell spooky stories or something.
Oh, spooky.
Here we go. Let's get some personal ghost stories going on over there. You can also go to YouTube, like and subscribe there. It really helps us out. Or you can head over to our eBay store, which is just plottytime.com, which takes you to our eBay store, and you can buy stuff there. That'd be dope. As always, shout out to Blaine JJ, Drago the Slago, Gamer's Little Playground, I am Panax, and Luis Guzman. Don't trust Dr. Syintist, and we'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Stay spooky.